Hey guys, Darth is here with another figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers RiD Soundwave figure. And now I'm not recording in my normal area because I'm home for the week, and I apologize if I don't sound 100% because I'm not. I'm fighting through a cold right now, and it really sucks, but I just picked this guy up and I wanted to review him, so we're going to. I don't think I sound too bad, but I will apologize for that in advance. So yeah, let's take a look at the figure in the packaging first. I don't collect the RiD figures and I don't watch the show at all. But this is Soundwave, and Soundwave's one of my favorite Decepticons, and I heard this figure is just really good, so yeah. The packaging is pretty simple. You got something about Combiner Force, and I have no idea what that's about. Soundwave, you got a pretty cool image of him in vehicle mode, you got him in the packaging there. Pretty cool image of him on the packaging. What's interesting is that on the head here, he has his face, his mouth plate, I guess you'd say, but on the figure he doesn't. I find that interesting, but oh well, I don't really care. Transformers on the side there, Robots in Disguise. But around the back, an image of the figure and in the vehicle mode. An advert about the app, you can scan his Decepticon logo and do something. I might check it out later. And you got his instructions for actually transforming him are right on the packaging instead of being on a pamphlet, so that's, I guess, cool for saving paper and whatnot. Yeah, pretty much about it. I think on the bottom here, you just got the other figures, the Windblade, Skywarp, and Blur. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple packaging, so I'll get it cracked open, and we'll take a close look at the figure inside. Alright, now I got Soundwave out of the packaging. And this is a pretty cool figure, actually. I like it a lot. It looks really good. What's really interesting about this figure is that it uses design features from a lot of different incarnations of Soundwave. So his color scheme is obviously inspired from the Generation 1 Soundwave. The vehicle mode is reminiscent of the War/Fall Cybertron Soundwave. I'd say the proportions are definitely based on the animated Soundwave, and the head and some of the other little features are based off of the Transformers Prime Soundwave, such as the head being the major element taken from that version of Soundwave. So that is really, really cool. So let's take a close look at this guy. And yeah, as you can see, he uses the G1 Soundwave color scheme, so he has a majority of blue with some yellow and grays and reds, so that looks really good. And it's hard to really appreciate the paint on this figure until you actually get it out of the packaging. There's a lot of cool spots, like on the groin area, on the legs. There's some nice, amidst the matte blue, there's some nice metallic blue paint added, which is really, really cool. You've got grays and reds that look really nice. The wheels here are sculpted in a translucent red plastic. The light piping on this figure is beautifully done, because there's a very large portion of the back of his head is just that light piping. And it looks really, really good. Like so. So that's really, really cool. I guess he's got his shoulder can here, which is his accessory, I suppose. It can be ported on either side of his shoulder. You can also hold it. I like having it on his shoulder because that's like the G1 Soundwave. It is articulated, so I mean, of course, because it ports in, it can swivel, and it can also go up like that if you want it to. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't think it was actually articulated. He does have the sticker there for the Decepticon symbol. There's one thing I don't really like. It is the obvious white circle in the middle of his body. Kind of sucks. It's not terrible, but it's out of place, I think. But you can scan that and put him into the game, I think, or something like that. I don't know how it works. I haven't tried it yet. I probably will later. You got the yellow around him, and you got the chest is very similar to G1 Soundwave, which is really, really cool. It doesn't have any like opening feature or deploying laser beak feature or anything like that. That would have been cool, but I honestly, like I said, I've never watched the show, so I don't know what really his deal is on there. And he doesn't really have a whole lot of back kibble or anything. He doesn't have a backpack or anything. There's a little bit of hollowness going on, but it's not too bad, so that's pretty cool. And overall, it is actually a really, really solid figure. What they do call these figures warrior classes. Basically, they're deluxe class figures. I don't really know why they went with a different naming convention. But we can quickly do a comparison here before I do articulation with another deluxe class Soundwave I have, which is the War for Cybertron Soundwave. War for Cybertron Soundwave is a little taller, I think. Yeah, he's definitely a little taller. They're both about the same bulkiness, though. And that looks really, really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. You can definitely tell he's based on this one. He takes some parts from this one for sure. So yeah, let's move him out of the way here. And we'll get our articulation before we transform him. So he has a, I think it's a ball joint on the head actually. So you can look down a bit because of the transformation too. You can look down a lot actually. Look up a pretty good amount and you can rotate the head, and you can't really pivot, but you can rotate it. He has really good elbow articulation with a ball joint there with a cut, so you can get it all the way out, and also a hinge, what I'm assuming for the transformation, so you can get it up even more. A ball hinge at the elbow, and then no articulation at the wrist. It really looks like there should be a swivel at the wrist, but there's not, which I think is unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. He has a swivel at waist, he has a ball joint at the hips, a swivel at the thigh, a hinge at the knee, and a little bit of movement in the ankles. There's a little bit up and down, but it's not significant enough to say much about it. But yeah, overall, robot mode is really, really cool. I really like the Soundwave a lot. I'm going to have a good time kind of photographing him and taking more pictures of him. The color is not coming out on my camera as well as I'd like. His blue is much brighter. His colors are much more vibrant than the camera is showing, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so I'm going to get him transformed, and we'll take a closer look at him in vehicle mode. Alright, now I have him in vehicle mode. Vehicle mode is pretty cool. I have some issues with it, but it's pretty cool. He has this truck mode, which is very reminiscent of the War for Cybertron, I think, vehicle mode, as well as the animated one too, because I think that was a truck, because he was a truck there as well, or a van or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's not too much to go on about. A lot of these details you would have seen already, but you do have like these purple painted like headlights, I guess you could say, and you have this like driver's spot here, which has like this red translucent plastic for the windshield, which is really cool. Looks really cool. The arms aren't hidden exactly excuse me, the best. They're pretty obvious, but it's not too bad. The wheels look really good. They roll well. Back looks pretty good. You know, pretty solid. He is pretty ugly underneath. He has a lot of open space and hollowness, and it's just not good to look at. But obviously you're not going to display him like this, I'm assuming. So, as long as you're not displaying like that, I'm sure it's fine. One interesting thing, and I'm pretty sure I'm not transforming him wrong, is during the transformation you have to flip these little side panels out, and there's supposed to be a tab that tabs into this tab right here to keep kind of this whole side together. Like, see right over here, it's all fine. This is tabbed into that, and whatnot. This one is not, because this was attached up the wrong way around. I have this part attached to this one. I have the right side panel. I have two right side panels basically. So this stuff, mine, this does not tab in at all, and there's no way to get around it. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure it's not a transformation issue. It's my figure is an interestingly screwed up one. It's not a huge issue. It still stays together, you know. It is a little annoying, but it's not too bad. If you were going to display in vehicle mode, it would stay together just fine, whatever. And even if you're playing around with them, like I'm just flipping them around and whatnot, it's not going to come apart, so it's not too bad. And with this gun, you can port it on either of the ports here, like on the robot mode, so that's pretty cool as well. Or you can take it off if you don't want it on there. So this vehicle mode is also pretty cool. It's not like, I wouldn't call it amazing, but it is pretty cool. I'll quickly do another comparison with the War for Cybertron Soundwave again. Alright, here he is next to the War for Cybertron Soundwave. And as you see, they are pretty similar looking in terms of vehicle mode. I do still think the RiD one does take some elements from the animated one, like the cockpit and whatnot, but for the most part, yeah, they're definitely very similar. But that's pretty cool. I like the design. Looks cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.